Revenge trading. Revenge trading is a risky and emotional behavior in trading, stocks, Forex, crypto, etc. Revenge trading is where a trader tries to aggressively recover losses immediately after losing a trade. Instead of sticking to a disciplined strategy, the trader acts out of frustration, fear, or anger, often leading to even bigger losses. Key characteristics of revenge trading: emotional decision making, over trading, larger positions, ignoring risk management, chasing losses. Okay? Today, I revenge traded. Now, revenge trading is not something that I normally do, but today, I definitely got my lick back. Well, tried to get my lick back trading today. So I want to show you guys what happened, because this is an important lesson for me and you and everyone watching. Okay, so we're gonna go to our first trade right here. Okay, now I saw a 5-minute fair value gap around Asian session. Well, this wasn't Asian session. I think this fair value gap formed a little earlier in the day, but it was holding up pretty good, and I think it was on a different time frame. Actually, let me shut the fuck up. So this is the trade that we took last night. Now, this was around Asian session open at like 7:50, 8 o'clock. I put a limit order right about here because I marked this area as a valid 5-minute fair value gap. So I knew this area had a high chance of pushing to the upside. So I placed my order right here, boom, and I place a stop loss. Kind of, I want to say it was at equal lows. I'm not gonna lie, that was a very bad decision. I usually wouldn't do that, but I wanted to not have a tight stop loss, but I wanted to place it at like a recent low. So I placed it right below some equal lows to the left that were made post market, probably around 6 a.m. 6 p.m. Let me see if I can find them. This is the profit, the tool right here, the position tool. So we get in right here. I place my stop loss right below these equal lows, right here, right below these equal lows, and we get stopped out. Like literally, like look at this stop out. Look at this stop out, guys. Right there. Barely stopped out. Okay? So when I wake up, my screen, like my phone is loading, and it says 500. It says $500 in stock and in profit, right? And then my screen refreshes, right, and it says 000, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I go back and I see this shit, right? So immediately I am triggered. I'm triggered. And the reason why I'm triggered is because look at all this profit that we would have been in. We would have been in profit. We would have, as soon as, no, I woke up at 2 o'clock. I woke up at 2. We would have been in profit, major in profit. Okay. So as soon as I wake up and I see that we would have been in profit, the first thing I do is I get into the freaking market. I don't even look at anything. I just hop clean into the market. Okay. So this is the play. This is the play right here, okay? This is the order. I get in right here, okay? I get in on the market on a pending order, and all this. This is the drawdown. Now this is only $350. Okay, $350. I would have been okay holding to right here. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we get stopped out. As soon as we get hit, price just runs. Okay. So this is what I see when I wake up. $380. Our stop loss was 6493. Okay. So like I said, as soon as I wake up, I get into the order. 253. Boom. Okay. Now, we're winning. We're winning the trade. Okay. We ended up winning the trade. We made $420. Okay. If we go to the chart, let's go to the 5-minute. Get into the order. Like I said, I didn't look at anything because I was emotionally trading and I was revenge trading. So as soon as I see that it's going up, boom. It didn't even matter where the price was at. I was going to buy. Boom. We get into the buy. We make all the money that we make all the money. We make all the money that we lost from that bullshit trade, and we make a little bit more. So we made about $40 more to cover that $380 loss. We probably went about break even dealing with, because this is 408 and this is like, 392 or something like that. So we kind of went break even, right? So boom, we get into that, right? So we make money, right? And I'm like, okay, cool, we made money on that. And so so like I said, I'm not paying attention. I'm emotional at this point, and I get into another buy right here, okay? So I get into another buy. It wasn't a lot. It was only one lot size at 185.95 at 68.95, which is, I want to say, kind of at the top. Was it this candle? Okay, 68.95. So it's at the top of this candle. So yeah, so we buy right here, and we see a little bit of profit. We saw about like $100, I think it was like $190 in profit, or no, it wasn't that much. I think it was 90 something dollars in profit, and I didn't take it. And I was driving to work at this time because it's at 4, and I was like driving. I was doing shit like I wasn't paying attention to the market. And so I just held it. I literally held it because I'm like, dude, fuck that. Like, it's gonna. I had the idea that the range, price was gonna come here and fill this whole entire fair value gap before it went back down. Okay, so I had a very tight take profit, nothing too greedy, but the problem was is that I didn't have a stop loss. Okay, so price goes up. We see about 90 something dollars in profit, right? And price comes back down. Okay. So as price comes back down, I think I ended up switching. I was so emotional, guys. I was trading on the 1-minute chart. I wouldn't say never, but I rarely go to the 5-minute chart. I'm always staying on the 5-minute chart or the 15-minute chart. I'm rarely ever on the 1-minute chart. So that's how I know I was emotional, and I was just like, I need to see every single fucking tick, pip, move, I don't give a fuck. I'm locked in. Like, this shit got me so fucked up, okay? So boom. So like I said, we get into this buy right here, one lot. We see about $90, and then price just reverses, right? All right. So I get down to the 1-minute time frame. I think by this time I may have been at work or parked somewhere. I don't know what I was doing. I think I was at racetrack at this point. So I didn't see this fair value gap. So I didn't even see this fair value gap, right? Because you see price comes down. Price comes down and creates this fair value gap right here. Okay? But immediately, this fair value gap gets filled. And like I said, I didn't even notice. Okay? So let's just do this because I didn't do this while I was at work because I missed it. So boom, you see this fair value gap right here. Okay, fair value gap is the gap between three consecutive candles. Okay. So we kind of like right here. Gonna do red. So if you can see, it goes past this fair value gap and then it invalidates this fair value gap immediately. It comes in, fills it, goes back down. Okay? But you know what I did was I bought when I should have sold. Now, I know I should have sold because of what I had put down yesterday. Now, and because it's a part of the strategy. The strategy is the fair value gap pullback. Okay? Everybody knows if you don't know the trading strategy, it's a fair value gap pullback, okay? Aggressive selling or aggressive buying. In this case, if it was aggressive selling, okay? Followed with a high volume on the fair value gap candle, okay? And the fair value gap candle has to be bigger than, okay? If you want to know more about that strategy, let me know. I'll make a video on it, okay? So, like I said, we knew this fair value gap. This fair value gap probably would have been valid. It probably would be valid, right? But I didn't do the math. But as you can see, price respected the fair value gap, okay? And we were in immediate drawdown, okay? Like I said, emotional, not paying attention to the market. I got in right here with 4 lots, okay? I'm saying, man, this is a pullback. This is just a light pullback. It's gonna go back up with no type of confirmations or me looking at the chart. Okay. So what happened was price respected this fair value gap and went down. Okay. Now this is what I call this is what I like when I say price will always give you another opportunity to get back in every single trade. It will always give you the opportunity to get out of either you being in a losing position, or it will come back to you to get you into the right position, or into a position where you can stack, right? So this right here, we know that this is a valid fair value gap this one's been filled, but this is a new one. Price came down here and created a new one. So we know and this is followed by aggressive selling. So what do? When price comes back into this fair value gap, we probably get in right here realistically. Okay, we place our stop loss above here because this is now the swing high. Okay, and we hold and we get rewarded. Okay, but what happened was, the reality is that's not what I did today. Okay. The reality is that we did the opposite of what we were supposed to do. And since we were being emotional and we wanted to make money and all that, we held our trade and lost $1,000. Okay? As you can see, price just kept going and going and going. And I got out at a good time. I mean, not at a good time, but I got out before I blew my account on the daily max loss. And it's very unfortunate. I'm very upset about it. No doubt about it. I'm very upset because I was afraid that something like this was going to happen. It was going to be a huge move and I was going to miss out on it because either I went the wrong way or I closed the position early. And this happened. I lost $1,000 and I'm actually so happy that it happened because we get to learn from this And it's proof that the strategy works, and it's proof to me that it's very simple to follow the rules. It's very simple because we could have just been okay. We could have just been okay. So we ended up losing $1,000, 216 on the Euro USD, the one lot, and then 844 on the four lot. So today the total P&L was $1,000.20. So like I said, this was the model for yesterday. Okay. Now this was the model yesterday. Market closed. This is 5:45. Okay. So I want to show you guys my idea. What was supposed to happen? Okay, because we were supposed to make. We were gonna be making the account back with all of these trades that I say to you right now. So the play was for me to wait for this this to get broken. Once price broke right here, I was gonna hold until this right here, right? Okay. So we would have made the money that we would have made the money that we had in that trade. We would have made that money, right? And we would have been out for the day, and I probably would not had a revenge traded. I Everything would have been cool. And then once I woke up and saw that price wasn't coming here, right? Price was right here and wasn't reaching right here, and we saw that aggressive buying, and then we saw the pullback into the fair value gap. We would have known to do what? To sell, because this right here is the swing high. This was the swing high, and then it got swept. The swing high got swept, okay? And then it goes down to where this liquidity is right here, okay? So that was the play, with me having a clear mind and just doing the right thing, right? But I threw all of that out of the window today because of my emotions. And we would have taken profit right here. Now, I'll always take a picture of my models because they're always going to show up. So this was the play. Sweep of this high, right? And then this right here. And we would have got in on this fair value gap because this was a valid fair value gap. And we probably would have reached, this would have been our take profit point right here for that. So we would have made money on the buy right here, the buy to this point right here. Once this got swept and that we saw aggressive selling, and then that pullback into the sell again, we would have made money right here on this sell. Okay, and then we would have a limit market order right here, and we would have made money on the buy. Okay, now we go to the chart. I'm 100% sure that this is almost kind of exactly what it looks like. Scary, right? Now, tell me this is not the model that I just wrote up on for you just a couple minutes ago. Please, is this not the model that I literally just wrote for you guys? Like, it's insane. Literally, like, this is literally the model that we trade, man. And we would have been okay if we had waited until our time zone. We still would have got in on the sell. You know what I'm saying? Or once we made our money right there, I probably don't get into the sell. I put my limit order right there and just wait fucking all day. But yeah, this is the market. I'm gonna go ahead and this is the model. I'm gonna go ahead and screenshot this because this is important. And we still have liquidity down there. So that's the trade, and that's the lesson today. And You know, literally, guys, this is literally the same thing right there. So we could this is an invalidated fair value gap. So we have to see what's going to happen right there. We're not really too sure what's going to happen right there. But if we look on the chart right now, price is broken through it. So, we're out to we're out to trade. We're chilling on euros USD. Probably gonna look for another setup throughout the week. If you guys want to see that, let me know. But I just want to go over the lessons we learned. Not to revenge trade, not to get emotional, and trade. Just follow the fucking rules, man. But for real, revenge trading is something I never do, and I think that I got really emotional, and I'm normally always losing in London session. Like I never win in London session, so it's all on me. It's all on me. But I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you guys learned something. Like I said, please, follow me on Twitter. Follow me, subscribe to me on here. I'm not going to be posting daily because it kind of gets oversaturated. So I want to only post when it's important stuff like this. This is important. I know a lot of people suffer with, just following the rules and being patient and accepting losses and revenge trading, it's very prevalent. And, I think that it's something we all got to work on. And also the psychology, like I'm really not upset. I know that we're going to get another opportunity in the market and we're going to do better next time. So that's all I can do, right? But I appreciate you guys for watching.